Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be making a couple of, actually 4 Christmas cards, and I just wanted to say I wasn't planning on doing this video, but browsing through internet and some Christmas decorations I got inspired to do it. And well, I got a couple of ideas how to make a Christmas cards, and I wanted to share it with you, maybe inspire you to do Christmas cards or just give you an idea how to make your own. These are very simple Christmas cards, and I think anyone can do it, and it's pretty fast. And well, I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you will try it, maybe give it a shot and make your Christmas cards this year. And well, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, I just wanted to say that for this I'm using Canson Montval watercolor paper. It is actually 24 by 32 centimeters or 9.5 by 12.6 inches, and I cut it in 4 parts and got this. And well, I was planning to later on glue those cards on some, well, this is actually also watercolor paper, but it's cool watercolor paper. It's very thin and well, it's not actually good quality, and I was planning to glue my finished cards onto this paper. But you can also take your watercolor paper, the one you're gonna paint on, and maybe fold it in half and make that as a Christmas card. You don't have to glue it on another paper. You can also glue it on maybe on cardboard or some thicker paper, and whatever you choose. It's, well, it is your cards and well, your decision. Okay, first we're gonna do 2 by 2. I'm gonna move this 2 and we're gonna do those 2. And also, of course, you're gonna need watercolors, and you are going to need a white gel pen. If you have one white gel pen, you can also use a white marker, and you can also use masking fluid. I will be or maybe a white crayon, white wax crayon. I don't have those here right now, so I will be using masking fluid, and I will be using white gel pen. And well, I wanted to do that because I wanted to show you both ways of making it. You can of course only use masking fluid or only white gel pen or a white marker, whatever you have, whatever you want, it's okay. So first thing we're gonna do, we will, on the first one, draw, just a second, I'm just checking, now this is the right side. We're gonna draw some bigger snowflake with masking fluid. So we mask our area where this bigger snowflake will be, like this. You can of course, well, draw your snowflake just the way you like it. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Couple of dots here and there. Of course, I will also, yes, I forgot to tell you, you can also use a white gouache. So you can do this step after painting. And as I said, I'm using I'm using masking fluid for this one, and I will be also using masking fluid for my Christmas tree card. And well, that one we can start by making 1 point here, 1 point here, and 1 point here, making a triangle. And then in between those 2 points, make a couple more, like that. And actually, in the middle of those, I will move those 2. It's masking fluid, so you can remove it quite easily. And actually make 1, 2, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. You see, in the middle, I'm making on this side because when I connect them, see, I don't want them to be at the same level or horizontal, but I just want them to have some, you know, well, movement. And that's it. I'm going to I'm going to do that with white gel pen. And this is it for masking fluid. Now we're gonna get to the second two. I also was planning to make all 4 cards in different color, and I wanted to use yellow, green, red and blue. And well, the snowflake I wanted to do in blue, tree I wanted to do in green, ball, Christmas for a ball. Is it a ball? A ball for Christmas I wanted to do in red, and a star I wanted to do in yellow. So right now this is already dry, and we can start with that also. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with those, and I will be using, well, actually I will be using one a darker and one lighter blue, and we're gonna start with primary blue. This is a lighter one, but you know, I will tell you, you have to really load your brush very well, because we want that to be darker, because we want our white to show beneath. So, but you also need pretty much enough water. So this is the primary blue, and with the primary blue I'm gonna use indigo. This one is pretty dark, but I guess that is what we want. We want this part to be pretty dark. So a little bit more of the indigo, and I'm gonna use a smaller round brush, also round but just a little bit smaller. Take that indigo again, and well, I'm gonna move this one and sprinkle, and see, for now this is quite simple. You don't have to have some special skills to do this. So I'm sprinkling, as you can see, pretty much. And right now we're gonna use, you can use any spray bottle you have, maybe from some products or whatever, and well, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit just to move that color around, maybe some here, you know, we want that to go everywhere like that. I'm just gonna clean this like that, and I will also be adding a little bit more of that, a little bit more of that indigo, and again sprinkle it to get some darker parts. When using bottle, when using a spray water, we just, well, lighten it pretty much. So we're gonna add some more sprinkles to make it a little bit darker. There you go. Just darken those parts around our snowflake, so when we reveal it, it's just very nice and bright. And there you go. This is, for now, our first card done. We're gonna leave it on the side to dry, and we're gonna go to our next one. And well, the background is, well, pretty similar. We're gonna do it pretty similar, and for that we're gonna use sap green, I think that's perfect Christmassy color, don't you think? Sap green. I love that color. There you go. And the same procedure. So we're gonna go around our Christmas tree, go somewhere outside of it, and we're gonna take a little smaller brush and some green. It's a darker one. This, can you see that? I'm sorry, I wasn't well. And again, go around our Christmas tree, because that part is the part we want to be the darkest and to stay the darkest. So when we remove our masking fluid, well, that our Christmas tree beneath it becomes very, very bright, visible. Well, so we can have contrast for a Christmas tree. There you go. And also we're gonna do a couple of splashes here. See, I just love splashes. Don't you love splashes? Just, well, they give something extra to this sort of paintings, right? You can of course use any brush you usually use for sprinkling, so you don't have to use a round smaller brush or like I am. There you go. This is our second one done for now, and we're gonna put it on the side also. And we're gonna go just let me clean this, not transfer it on my next paper. This one is going to be in, well, as I said, yellow, and I'm gonna use primary yellow. I'm gonna place it here. Primary yellow. Again, we have to have enough pigment, but also enough water, and just, you know, go around with that yellow. Primary yellow. This one is going to be our star, and to that primary yellow I'm going to add raw sienna, because I really do believe those two work perfectly together, and it will give a little contrast. This is our raw sienna. Again, our star is going to be here in the middle, so that is the part of it where we should make it the darkest. I'm gonna use my, again, smaller round brush and make some sprinkles. As you can see, I'm sprinkling with my darker color, not with the lighter one, but with the darker, because I believe it will give an extra special texture. And this is, as I said, cellulose paper, so it acts differently with color. If you have cotton paper, please by all means use a cotton, and I will use a little bit more sepia, you know, to add again that contrast, and maybe even bigger right here in the middle with that sepia. And you know what, for this one I will use some clean water to sprinkle it, maybe get some nicer texture. And I will be using salt, just regular kitchen salt, and just a little salt, not too much. As I said, we want our colors to stay saturated. So this is our third one finished for now, and we're gonna go to our last one. Again, just to clean this a little bit. And that one is going to be red. It's not actually red, but you know, we're gonna use primary red for start. Where should I put that? I don't have really that much clean space anymore, because you know, I'm always sorry to clean my palette, and well, that paint, I'm always sorry for the paint. Just a little bit like that, just water. Like that, and we're gonna add again a little bit more of that primary yellow. This one, this time a little bit more saturated. And we're gonna use a little bit more. And with that, we will use Venetian red. It's kind of earthy. I would say it's earthy red. And there you go. And for this one, we also will use a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, to give it some interest. There you go. And I will be using again my brush, smaller round brush, and make those splashes, because we want our cards to be, well, similar. Maybe we can say that they're from same collection of cards. And I wanted to do something more. I wanted to sprinkle on this one. I will just tint it a little bit. I want my color to go on that side, a little bit here. There you go. See, my paper warped because I used pretty lot of water with it. And right now I will add a little bit more of that primary red, because I think we lost our definition here in the middle. And there you go. This is it. Now we will be leaving that to dry completely, and when it's dried, we'll get back to it. So I'm back now that all four of them are pretty much dry. I actually dried them with a hair dryer, so that is the reason why I got some flower effects here and cauliflower effects here and on this one. And if you let it dry naturally, probably won't happen. It could if you have puddles on it. I did have little puddles on my cards, so that's the reason why that dried like that. But actually in this I really do like that effect, and I wanted it. So I just wanted to say the yellow one was done with salt, so I will, now that it's dry, I'm gonna just rub off the salt. You should do that too. If you are using salt, you should rub it off, because, well, it's not something you should have on your card while finishing it. So this is it. And I think considering the fact that we have masking fluid here, we'll put that aside and we're gonna finish these two that we didn't use masking fluid on. And first I wanted to do the star, and I will show you how I draw star. And I'm gonna use white gel pen, and I'm gonna do it like this. First I make a little dot where my middle point will be. Then after that I draw this, and after that I draw X like this, and after that I just draw like triangle between those two. So in the middle, just parallel to this, I make a dot again and connect with here. So I make a dot and I connect it here. I make a dot. See, my star isn't perfect, but it doesn't matter. And then again, dot here. And I go all the way around like that. Like that. And like that. Well, that is the way that I find it the easiest to make it. And now I will add some lines here, going away from my star, points of my star, and then I'll have some salt here. I will draw this here, and I will draw the inside of every part of my star like this. I'm sorry, maybe I'm moving away from camera. I'm trying not to, but it happens. Like this. Well, I just think it just gives it something extra to that card. And there you go, maybe a couple of dots inside. And I think that is pretty much enough. And one more thing I'm gonna do here is I will use a white gouache. Just place it here. And well, again, smaller brush. You can use whatever brush you use for splattering. And I will again splatter some white paint. This is actually the right way. I think it does look a little bit snowy, better. So that is our first, well, I guess our first, for now, done. We're gonna make some, later on when this dries, we're gonna make some maybe shadows for the star. We're gonna see, maybe not. That is absolutely an optional step for you also. And this one we're gonna also do with white gel pen, and it's gonna be a little Christmas ball for a Christmas tree. And if you want to be precise, you can draw a circle by using something. And if I'm just looking for something, what could I use? Oh, maybe this is too small. This is for my camera. I could use that. I'm not gonna try to make it perfect. Maybe it doesn't have to be perfect, just some guidelines for my, well, Christmas little decor. There you go. I'm just, you know, making lines to make it more visible, to make it thicker. If you have a marker, you probably won't need this step, but if you don't, well, and we can just make our ball have the wire going somewhere, and we're gonna do a couple of lines, horizontal lines here, and then we could just make some pattern. You can make whatever pattern you like. I think this is the simplest one, and I'm trying to make it simple, keep it simple. Some dots again, some dots. And I think, well, I think that is enough for our little Christmas ball. We're gonna also here do some splashes with our white gouache. Not too many. There you go. I think this is it for now for this one too. Now we're gonna go to our snowflake, and we're gonna remove the masking fluid. Sorry, I'm shaking maybe a little bit my table. So this is our snowflake, and I think she looks pretty nice, don't you? And I will also use here white gel pen and maybe draw a few more, maybe just a few more. Huh? It doesn't work. There you go. And yeah, just want it that way. Maybe a couple of here, like this. And maybe I'll draw another small one, like that. See, nothing special or precise. Just doing my snowflakes. You can draw your snowflakes just the way you want them. Maybe one more here. I'm not even trying to make my lines same on every side. I think that gives it something, well, I suppose more extra. And okay, that is it for this one, and we're gonna also, of course, do our splatters here. Our snow. There it is. And I suppose the last one, our tree, also removing masking fluid. But you can easily done that with a white marker. I just don't have one. I do this one, but I tried to write it with it on watercolors and it doesn't work. So I give up on that. That was, well, I would say bad idea. I'm gonna draw here, you know, this little bow at the top. There you go. And nothing more. Just again couple of splatters on this one, on our Christmas tree. And there you go for this one. And now we're gonna return to our first one. And now the white gouache dried, I think I'm gonna add a little more, maybe some shadows here and there. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can finish it at that. I'm just gonna add, well, I think I will just, well, maybe make it a little bit extra. You know, adding some shadows. To our ball, and again, nothing special or precise. Just a little, maybe definition, and that is all. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything more. Maybe just a little more splashes. I think that is it for the first one. I'm gonna touch this one. Well, this one, I want to show you something. I have a watercolor pencil and I'm gonna use that. You can use just your, again, watercolors. I'm gonna add with that watercolor pencil just a little line on the right side of every, well, part of my snowflake, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to make that watercolor pencil start working. And I suppose that is it, nothing more. Maybe it just gives a little shadow. And I'm gonna do see how it needs some time to start working. Some couple of white dots with this gel pen. You can do that also if you don't have white gouache. There you go. And I'm also gonna use a little bit more, although there is not really much white gouache here. A little bit more. On my blue one, also a little bit more. And on my green one, a little bit more. And I think we're done. We're done with this step. So the next step is going to be, again, optional. You can do that or not. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna do a couple more here. And this one is totally optional, up to you. Whether you're gonna make a border on this or not, whether you're gonna write a text or not. I have this golden glitter, but of course for that you can use a golden watercolor if you have, or maybe marker if you have again. And I will use, this is just glitter glue, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that glitter glue on the sides, you know, just to make it pop a little on all of my, and I'm not even placing it in the entire border, just parts of it. You can also do this with the color you were using for coloring it, with that blue, with that yellow, with that red, and make a border just to make that, well, to make that card pop. This and this one, the last one. There you go, not a lot. And I'm all glittered right now. And when that dries, I'm going to use my, well, this is marker, artist pen actually, and I'm gonna write the text, but maybe we can do that right now. I will be careful. You just leave it to dry. I will try to be careful. And I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna say happy holidays. I will warn you, I'm not actually, well, a perfect writer or whatever. I'm not a calligraphist, so it won't look anything special, but I guess it doesn't have to. Best wishes. For this one, we're gonna write happy holiday. I'm gonna write it here. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. For this one, we're gonna write Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And I guess for this one, maybe again Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And maybe add ho, ho, ho. Well, I guess that is it. This is our cards done. You can of course add, well, I think anything you want to make it pop. If you think you could do anything, maybe add some glitter here on our snowflakes. And well, I think they're quite, well, I think they're quite, I'm just gonna move this. There is a lot, I think there is a lot going on here as it is. So I won't be adding anything more, but by all means, if you have the idea to add something interesting to them, just go ahead and do it. Oh, I just can't place them all here. See, that is the reason why I cut off those pieces, because I just couldn't place it all here. And maybe some here. There you go. Can you see them all? I hope you can. So, and yes, as I said, I will be, well, gluing them here. So when they're done, when they're glued, I think they will be pretty nice, very beautiful, and they will stand out even more. See, I think they're cute. I think they're just, well, simple Christmas card ideas, you know, but I think they're also, well, they're unique, and they will be handmade by you, so I don't think that can be wrong. I think everybody would, well, I suppose, love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you will try this, maybe decide to make your own cards this year. And well, as I said, thank you for watching. If you haven't by now, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment whether you like this video or not. Hit the like if you did, share it, maybe share this idea with your friends, with your family. Well, again, thank you for watching, thank you for joining me, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!